Alright, YouTube, we're gonna jump right into this haircut. This weekend I will be in Dallas at the Barber Plug Experience, you guys. So if you guys are pulling up, make sure you comment that down below. I definitely look forward to seeing and meeting all you guys, alright? Now, to get into this cut, this client has some serious thinning corners, okay? And he was stressing that he did not want me to dig in those corners because everybody he goes to digs in the corners, alright? So this cut is not gonna look, honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, this cut not gonna look good. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. This is one of those cases where you have to just give the client what they want and call it a day. So this client specifically asked me to not use enhancements, but to use the pencil. Okay, so I guess the pencil is a form of enhancements. A lot of people say it's not, but I think it is because it's enhancing the lineup. So he asked me to not spray anything to fill in those thin areas. He just wants me to use the pencil, so you can have that little crispy chalk line or whatever. So being with my client's forehead shape, when it comes to like when you're going into the corners, that his head shape kind of dips in and then dips out. So you guys can see that slight curve where my thumb is. It's literally two curves in his forehead. So this is gonna make his lineup not look straight at all. Like it's gonna bend, it's gonna dip, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about at the end of the haircut. But right now we're just doing a simple basic taper like we always do. You guys should know my steps by now. Just deliver open to one open, two open, then the two close, one open again, and then zero guard close, and then take out that bottom line with the lever close. We are doing the same exact steps in the beard that we're doing on the taper area. And a lot of you guys say you like this format of video where I talk a little bit, tell you guys what I'm doing a little bit, and you can hear the background still a little bit with a little bit of the music. So it's a little bit of everything, all right? 20 minutes long. I think, this year is going to be the year for the longer content. So if you guys are loving the content, let me know. Getting started with this back taper, I'm going to do the same exact steps. He does have a little bit of an indent at the back there, so we're going to definitely pay attention to that when doing these steps, not to go up too high or keep it too low. And when you guys are doing the back taper, make sure you guys stretch your guidelines out, okay? If your client has a short neck, of course you want it to not be like super stretched guidelines because it's just going to look like it's way too high. But if your client has a longer neck, major pause, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to sound weird, but if your client does have, longer neck, you know what I'm saying? Stretch them guidelines out a little bit just so it can accommodate their head shape and it doesn't look super weird. to get into the lineup, you guys can see it's a little bit of bulk behind his lineup, behind his ear. So we're gonna lower that down to a 1 close, being that we cut his hair to a 1 open. And I am using my cocoa trimmers. You guys know I stand by these. This is what I use on a daily, man. Whether it's the orange ones or the green ones, either way, they hit. Okay, they hit. So now it's time for the problem area. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to lower the thicker parts of the hairline and leave the corners alone. So basically I cut the whole hairline down to 1 open, even though the cut is 1 open. But the dark areas, like in the middle or like a little bit above the lighter areas, I cut to 1 close. Just so I could try my hardest to blend it in as much as possible. But in all honesty, it's only so much you can do. Having a hairline like this and his head shape. So as you guys see, I'm working my way to the right side first because I am right-handed. That's what I recommend you guys do. If you're left-handed, go to your left side first. If you're right-handed, go to your right side first. Now, me as the barber looking at this head shape, I can get it straight. It just won't appear straight because of the forehead shape. Like, the forehead isn't a smooth roundness to it. It has indents starting from the middle of his head, curving all the way. So it has like indents on the way around his head. Hopefully I'm making sense, but I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about, so it doesn't just look like I'm just talking. So for this type of haircut, for most beginners or like people that aren't good with getting crispy lineups, this would be a task. Okay, this would take them a long time to get this hairline crispy. But at the end of the day, we have to give our client exactly what they want, which is to leave those thin areas, don't dig into them at all, and use the pencil like he requested. So most barbers would not show this cut because it's not a fire cut. This is not like a cut you would want everybody to see. But I'm gonna show y'all anyway because I feel like you guys have to see the cuts that barbers really have to do outside of the transformations and, you know, the fun designs and all that other stuff. So this is really a barber's job, is to solve problems. And my client came in with a problem and he left happy because I fixed his problem. I gave him exactly what he wanted. I tell people all the time, man, you guys gotta stop trying to please these Instagram barbers or like these comment sections that be on y'all Instagram, TikToks, or YouTube channels. Don't worry about them, man. Just film your content and give your client what they want. As long as your client is happy, they're the ones that's paying for the haircut. Not the barber or the viewer that's watching the videos. So don't worry about them. Ignore those comments. Don't delete them because, you know, that brings attention to your page. But at the same time, you know, just ignore them. Let it be there. As long as your client is happy, you did your job. I am using my 245 two-sided pencil. Okay, I did sharpen it, but being that he wanted you to see it. Okay, so I'm making it a little tiny bit thicker than usual than I would. Usually I just use it as like super skinny and then spread it out later, but this is what he wanted. Okay, so I did exactly what he wanted. That's the goal. That's the end goal when cutting your client's hair. Give the client what they want. All right, so I did put it on there. I'm going to line it up first and then use the razor and clean it all up as much as I can. But at the end of the day, it's not going to look like your average Instagram fire cut. Because honestly, I wanted to use enhancements just to cover up those corners and make it appear like he has a full lineup. But that's not what he wanted. Okay, so we gave the client what he wanted. He was happy. I got paid at the end of the day. That's the end goal. And I hope you guys understand that.